The Tory ministers opened a £1,500 bottle of Cognac in the dying days of the Sunak government. Going to read into this more from The Independent, you guys. Let's go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Reganelite here with an article from The Independent with the headline that Tory ministers open a £1,500 bottle of Cognac in the dying days of the Sunak government. Also drunk was a bottle of port, and that a report on the government's wine cellar said should be for very special occasions only. Guys, while you're here, make sure you hit the like button and share it across social media so others are notified of this video. I should not be surprised by this, and neither should you, that they decided, as if, tearing the country apart, ripping it so much of its foundations and, making everyone's lives worse off. Why not have one more drink to rub its salts into our wounds by splashing expensive bottles of wine and cognac on themselves? Because why the hell not? It really does, this story really does rub salt into the wounds to the damage that they have done. Really does, and I really hope that those watching this video do feel that when they talk about the Conservatives and they talk about the damage and the harm that they have done to millions and millions of people, responsible as well for the deaths of many people during the pandemic when they could have saved more lives when they chose not to as well. This is the Conservative Party's legacy, and they celebrated it by splashing themselves with expensive bottles of wine on their dying days, knowing that all the damage, all the harm that they have done, and they've been drinking away, laughing, smiling about it in doing so as well. Disgusting. Conservative ministers opened more than a 100-year-old bottle of Cognac from the government wine cellar in the dying days of Rishi Sunak's administration, the Foreign Office had said. Also consumed were 3 bottles of 1931 Quinta de Noval port and 4 bottles of 1983 Chateau margaux Bordeaux. Wow. The bottles were drunk at a minister-led event to mark the centenary of the government's wine cellar, just months before the Tories left office after 14 years, the government said. Wow. The official collection, valued at $3.8 million, is designed for use at events attended by world and business leaders. It is supposed to be run in the most cost-effective manner. You don't say. So this is apparently a picture of the bottle of the 100-year-old Cognac that was opened. The Quinta do Noval port is one of the older drinks in its collection, and one that a previous report on the wine cellar said should be drunk on a very special occasions only, as it was opened as well as a bottle of 1922 Hine Cognac, the same bottle of Cognac that went for £1,500 when it was last auctioned. Wow. Very special occasion, yeah. The bottles were drunk at a centenary celebration in December 2023, just 5 months before Rishi Sunak called the general election that saw him ousted from office in a landslide victory for Labour. Critics said the new Labour government should conduct a review of the wine cellar and whether it delivers value for money for taxpayers. I'll give you a straightforward answer. No, it does not. Founded in 1922 and located at the basement of Lancaster House in Westminster, the wine cellar includes an 1878 Cognac and a 1964 Krug champagne in its collection. It is managed by the government's wine committee, which is chaired by the retired senior diplomat and consists of 4 qualified masters of wine. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. John O'Connell, chief executive of the Taxpayers Alliance, says the size and prestige of the government's wine cellar will smack taxpayers as an unnecessary luxury given the state's inability to deliver basic service. The new Labour government should conduct a review of the wine cellar and identify if it really delivers value for money for taxpayers. What exactly? Okay, I know some people are going to say in the comments, yeah, but we want to keep some, to appease some world leaders. That's why we have it. Is it really worth that much money? Is it really worth it, guys? The information was revealed in parliamentary written answers. The Foreign Office has been approached for comment. Is it really value for money, guys? Really? Like, I'm like, okay, I understand. I'm not a wine drinker. I'm a very, very, very light alcoholic. I almost never drink alcohol. And maybe some of you guys listening are alcoholics or wine drinkers or whatnot. But is it really necessary? Is it really necessary to spend that much taxpayer money? Like, here's the thing, like the word value for taxpayer. Like, where is the value there when we have a cost of living crisis going on? When people are struggling to eat, struggling to get their hospital appointments, like, it really does smack in the face of us. And these Tory scumbags decided to take the mick and drink till they dropped at the expense of taxpayer money because of all that wine, and that is at the cost of us taxpayers that we pay into. So how do you feel about it? What do you guys think about this story? What do you guys make of this wine cellar basement? Do you think it's justified to do so to appease world leaders and foreign leaders when they come to the UK to have such a wine cellar? Well, maybe they should bring it down a bit. What do you guys honestly think? Let me know your thoughts and more on this down in the comment section below. If you found this video interesting, please hit the like button. We greatly appreciate it. Share this across social media so others are notified of this video. If you haven't subscribed already, please consider subscribing because it really does help support the channel. And if you want to go one step further and financially support me and the work that I do here, you can do so by becoming a YouTube member for as little as 99p, or join me on Rumble or Patreon for exclusive content on those platforms. So thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to catch you all very, very soon.